Miami Heat just made NBA history. This was one of the most incredible things we've ever witnessed. I was watching this game at a bar in downtown Toronto, and the night ended with all of us in there chanting Jimmy effing Butler. The Miami Heat have done the unthinkable. They beat the overall number 1 seed and a title favorite in the Milwaukee Bucks in 5 games. Miami just pulled off one of the greatest upsets in NBA history. When the Heat took a 2-1 series lead, I made a video and I was really liking the Miami Heat's chances of pulling this one out. Then in game 4 and 5, we saw 2 epic late comebacks led by Jimmy Butler. The one in game 5 came on the road and saw Jimmy Butler hit one of the most spectacular playoff shots you will ever see to force this game into overtime. Then the rest was history as Miami took down the Bucks and now have a date with the Knicks in the second round. Who would have thought? What's going on, everyone? It's Luca here, back with another video. In this one, I'm going to be talking about Jimmy Butler and the Miami Heat's incredible run and why this team is just getting started. If you guys can do me a solid favor, please hit a like on the video and please subscribe to the channel for more NBA and Miami Heat content just like this. I've been covering the Heat quite a bit over the last couple of days, and rightfully so. This team has been the talk of the town as they're doing some incredible things, so make sure you guys keep it locked and loaded. Hit that post notification button so you never miss an upload from yours truly. Before we get into Jimmy Butler's excellence, the Miami Heat as a whole picked it up. Without Tyler Hero, who broke his hand in game 1, and Victor Oladipo, who suffered a season-ending injury in game 3, the Heat still wouldn't go away. After posting a 112.3 offensive rating in the regular season, Miami put up 119 points per 100 possessions against Milwaukee, which had a top 5 defense coming in. After shooting 34.4% from 3 over its first 82 games, Miami shot 45% in the first round, the best of any team in the postseason field. Compared to the regular season, Miami improved its field goal percentage from every area of the floor. At the rim, the non-restricted area of the paint, mid-range, above the break threes, and corner threes. Duncan Robinson went from playing only 16.4 minutes a night before the playoffs, and he, of course, got a lot of DNPs, played in every game of this series and shot an incredible 73.7% from deep. Then you talk about all of the improbable plays Miami needed to close out this series Wednesday, which included a late Gabe Vincent pull-up 3, and then of course a crazy sideline out of bounds lob to Butler just to send the game into overtime. And speaking of Jimmy Butler, he's becoming the king of these playoffs. Jimmy Butler gave hell to any all-defender caliber defender Milwaukee threw his way, especially Drew Holiday. In the series, Butler eclipsed his regular season scoring average by nearly 15 points a night and shot more efficiently from three-point range, the restricted area, and the paint. Butler shot 53.4% on his jump shots after converting 45.9% of them during the regular season. He turned into an insane offensive player while maintaining his high defensive standards on the other end. He followed up his 56-point Game 4 masterclass with a 42-point Game 5 outing, and he outscored Giannis 16-9 in the fourth quarter and overtime as Milwaukee let a 16-point lead slip from its fingertips. Of course, Giannis, regarded as the best player in the world today, was outplayed by Jimmy Buckets. NBA Twitter, they had no problem crowning Jimmy Butler him after this one, and rightfully so. Jimmy Butler in the series against the Bucks dropped 35, 25, 30, 56, and 42. He simply left his best for last. Jimmy Butler is built for postseason basketball. In the 5-game series win over the Bucks, Butler averaged an outstanding 37.6 points, 6 rebounds, 4.8 assists, and 1.8 steals, while shooting 64.1% inside the arc and 44.4% from deep. He also got to the free throw line 9.6 times per game. Between his scoring and assists, Butler accounted for 41% of Miami's total offensive production in this series. That's 254 of 620 points. The question now is if the Heat can keep this up. I mean, the Heat season has been crazy. I can only imagine how Heat fans are feeling at this moment. This was a team in the Miami Heat that lost multiple times against the likes of the Hornets during the regular season. This was a team that was widely questioned going down the stretch. Some people felt Like this Miami experiment had run its course and it was time to blow this thing up. And remember, the Heat needed a comeback in the play-in just to reach the first round. And they were down to their final lifeline after losing their first play-in game against the Hawks. So there is a world in which Miami doesn't even make the playoffs. But they get in, and all they needed was a chance. And now all of a sudden, 5 games later in the first round, they look like a championship contender after they take down the Bucks in impressive fashion. All I know is this moving forward. If Jimmy Butler continues to play at this level and the Heat role players continue to step up, Miami might mess around and make the NBA Finals. It feels like a special season is brewing for Miami. For starters, I'm picking this Heat team to get to at least the Eastern Conference Finals. I think the Heat will beat the Knicks in 6 games. Now, don't get me wrong. It's going to be a tough series. It's going to be an amazing series. And let's not forget, the Knicks are going to have home court advantage as Miami is entering this matchup as the 8th seed. But tell me how the Heat won't have all of the confidence in the world right now going into this one. They just beat the league's #1 seed. They have the best player in the playoffs right now, and they have the best coach in the East. And by the way, Eric Spoelstra, give the man his flowers. He is outstanding. One of the best ever when it's all said and done. Miami's got to feel good about making a run after they got past arguably their toughest challenge seamlessly. Now, the key for the Heat will be to keep up this intensity. They are coming off a very emotional round 1 win, which felt like they just made the finals. But the reality is they still have a long way to go. And the Knicks, they're going to be ready as they look to make their first Eastern Conference Finals appearance since 2000. And MSG is going to be rocking, man. You thought it was crazy seeing Trae Young at MSG? Wait until Jimmy Butler gets it going in front of that hostile crowd. It's going to be a scene that you don't want to miss. So it's going to be a great series, but yeah, I'm not betting against Jimmy Butler and the Heat the rest of the way, guys, and neither should you. I mean, obviously we'll talk more if the Heat do get to the Eastern Conference Finals and who they end up going up against, but I feel pretty good about the Heat's second round playoff chances. I do. I mean, after what we just saw, Miami's not messing around. Again, it's not like they barely got by the Bucks and, they beat the Bucks off some fluke shot or 3 and, this series went 7. No, the Heat were the better team. And I don't want to hear the excuse Giannis wasn't 100%. Giannis played in the last 2 games of the series. He played in the most pivotal part of the series. The Milwaukee Bucks had double-digit leads in games 4 and 5. There is no excuse why they shouldn't been able to close out those games and why they are not on the verge of winning the series. But Miami, got to give them all the credit in the world. They hung in tough and they took down many people's champion for the season. Not mine. I knew this Bucks team was going to falter in the playoffs. I didn't have them faltering in the first round. I'm not going to go as far as saying that, but I did not have the Bucks making it to the finals. We'll see if Miami can continue this Cinderella feel-good story and how they fare against the Knicks. That's going to be a hell of a series that I simply can't wait for. Guys, what has your reaction been to this Miami Heat team, and how far do you see the Heat going from here? Let me know your full thoughts in the comment section down below. Again, guys, please drop a like on this video, and please subscribe to the channel if you are new. Help me hit 31K on this channel. Your support is greatly appreciated. This is Luca Rosano signing off. Again, keep it locked and loaded on this channel. I got you covered these playoffs as I'm providing NBA playoff series coverage for some of these crazy games we have witnessed, so you definitely don't want to miss an upload from this channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you all again in the next video.